Warning, Zero style is known to cause gas or gear acquisition syndrome. Prolonged exposure to me and my vlog may cause you to buy pouches, patches, knives, flashlights, pocket trash, and other EDC junk you may or may not need. You've been warned. Welcome to Zero Style. I'm your host, Zero, the cyberspace hero. This is my vlog where we talk about EDC junk, and I like to put my junk in pouches. I also like to cover those pouches with Ranger eye patches to customize them for my liking. I'm going to show you one of the setups that I have done this week. Since I collect knives and gear, I do a different setup every day of the week. EDC, to me, means what I'm carrying on me today. This is the last video you will see me do with the Black Wolf slider from datacrew, because I will be giving this pouch away. Check out the video link up here if you haven't already commented on that video to get in on the giveaway. So, the datacrew slider pouch is quite the thick boy. This is the kind of pouch that you can fit all of your day's gear into. Carry this as a clutch, put it in another bag, set it on your desk, however you want to. It's a great organizer for a whole lot of gear. And if you carry heavy, this is a great solution for that. The front side has a full web field, which is basically just Velcro loop that gives you the ability to add whatever customizations you want by using Ranger eye patches. These are basically just PVC plastic patches that have Velcro hook on the back. They come in a million different designs by a bunch of different makers out there, so you can just make your gear as custom as you want it to be. As for the patches we've got on this pouch this week, from datacrew, the brand new Flower Power Tattoo Reaper. The pouch is right, mint glow in the dark. From the Doctor Strange series, the All-Seeing Eye. And of course, the Scream Ghost face. From EDC Booze and Corgicrew, we got the Bone Pentagram collab. From Danny Shred, my birthday present this year, thanks buddy, the Ice Cream Cone. From Koqui Creations, the V9, I think, daggum, Zalia Gundam, and the Koqui Creations Popped EDC Collab Gundam Can. Links down in the description for all of these makers. Most of these patches are limited edition, you can't get them, but some of them, as of recording, like the Gundam, are still in stock, so check them out. And datacrew, they are always restocking their gear, so take a look on their website, datacrew.la, for all kinds of sweet gear. Alright, you ready to take a peek at what's inside the pouch this week? This guy opens up clamshell. You can see all of the gear that you've got inside. There is yet another web field here on the inside, and I've got some more sweet patches. Also from datacrew, we've got the blackout glow-in-the-dark Skeletor. From KFU Supply, we've got the Woo tape, custom built for Cuban links. And finally, these two lovely ghosts, Booty and Boobies, from Dan Skins. Where should we start in this pouch dump this week? What do you want to see first? From down here, in the little stretchy front pocket that goes across both divided pockets here, we've got our flashlight. From rovyvan, this is the Aurora A4 Pro USB-C rechargeable edition 600 lumen flashlight. This is the full titanium edition. Got it paired up with a full titanium blasted Sacred Terror skull. Gives you a little extra grip as well as some very well deserved pizzazz. I've got the Cree XPL LED in here. Like I said, it's 600 lumen momentary turbo. Just give it a press and you're blasting yourself in the eyes with 600 lumens. Double tap it and it goes into step up mode. It steps up from Moonlight, which is like 5 lumens, all the way up to 600. As I said, USB-C rechargeable, very nice. The Pro version has a little orange peel finish on the inside around the emitter that actually changes the properties of the beam. It allows it to sort of get magnified in the middle to give you a really bright spot, but still letting that spill happen. It's pretty magical. The Aurora A4 Pro USB-C edition EDC flashlight. Got that sort of just pressed down into that little section there. Now, how about something new this week? I'm working on a new key organizer episode where I want to compare and contrast the few different versions. So I reached out to Keybar and they sent me the Keybar Junior. This is the odgreen micarta and tumbled titanium edition. This is the junior size, which means it's really only meant to have keys organized onto the one side. This is for the minimalists like me that only carry 1 to 3 keys on them at any given time. The way that I have mine set up today is with their titanium whatchamacallit tool. See that sweet little blue anodizing that they put on there. We've got some grip jimping here, a bottle opener, and then like a flathead screwdriver, pry bar scraper tool, all built into one. On the other side we've got a ruler. This doesn't lock, this is just sitting here on washers, just spins in and out like everything else. Oh, I forgot to mention, there is also a nail file of 2 different grits on either side of this little flipper tab here that allows you to deploy it. I've got mine sitting right up against the titanium side with no washer on the back to make 2 keys fit with washers on either side. Can you see that? The stack of washers down at the bottom make room for this tool to slide out. And then the washers in between the keys, let them be smooth enough that you can really easily just spin these back and forth without the actual screw changing positions. Key organizers are great if you want to remove the jingle from your pockets. You want to have that ambiguity of keys just willy-nilly poking you in the leg however you want, and move them into a one-handed deployable mechanism. Yes, I could do this one-handed all day without even looking at it, and I only got this a day ago. Now, I carry the Quiet Carry Shorty for years, another key organizer, which you'll see that coming soon, but I definitely think that this is a great little key organizer, and the odgreen the odgreen G10 has got some neat texture to it, and I really dig it. So this is a new thing that I'm just checking out now. I don't have a solid opinion on it yet, but so far I'm super impressed. So more on that soon. The Keybar Junior key organizer. Now, let's talk about knives, shall we? This may not be my favorite knife. This may not be my most carried knife, but I think that this is probably my most used knife. The Spyderco Para 3. I've got mine with an aftermarket Lynch Northwest deep carry pocket clip on it. I've just got the standard black G10 scales edition. I've got some undead board paracord with 2 beads on this. From Plage, we've got another smaller titanium skull that is oiled. From my PA homie, One-Eyed Ghost, Eddie OEG, the pink and blue Miami style splashed anode keystone bead. Mouthful on that bead, huh? One of my favorite bits about this knife is right here. Made in Golden, Colorado, USA, Earth. Lol. You can see the little Knife Designers logo here. On the other side, the Spyderco symbol, and then the steel setup. Mine's plain old S30VN steel, nothing super fancy, but boy, does it get the job done. I really love the slicey belly on this blade profile. It just lasers through cardboard, which is what I use on knives probably about the most. The lock on this knife, I thought this was going to change my mind about locks in general. The fact that we moved our liner lock from the inside to the back side to create the compression lock blew my mind. I was like, oh my god, your finger's being out of the way so you can do all kinds of stupid knife crap like this. It's amazing. I love it. It makes so much sense. But I've realized now that not every knife can really be designed that way. I think a great example is one of my other favorite knives, the Kaiser Feist. If you tried to put that on the back, there's just not enough room to really grip that knife on those beautiful black denim micarta scales. This is a much chunkier, beefier sized knife. Fits in the hand, much bigger. And this is the Para 3. This is the smaller version of the Paramilitary 2, which is the smaller version of the military, paramilitary. People can argue all day that they're slightly different designs, I agree. But at the end of the day, we've got the military, the PM2, and the Para 3. This is the 3 different Spyderco knives that are very similar. They've all got that sort of blade shape, they've got the compression lock on the back, they've got the sort of bump in the middle with the front finger choil. Great for both sharpening as well as choking up on the knife. They've got this ridge right here for your thumb to get some grip behind on that jimping. Really gives you that momentum if you need it. Not my favorite combat grip knife, but there are different variations on how you can choke this knife up into your hand and have a good combat style grip that's safe and not going to stab you in the thumb. If you use a lanyard like I do, it gives you a lot of ability to grab that knife as well too when you're deploying it out of your pocket. I have an insanely long lanyard on this. I admit, even for me, this is ridiculous. It hangs out of the pocket this big on purpose because I want to be able to have this knife deep in my pocket or my bag or my pouch and just be able to draw it really simply and not have to worry about it and be able to deploy my knife quickly. This knife is ridiculously fidgety. I can literally open this knife with every finger on both hands. Not that it's easy, not that I can super just go down the line and get every single finger every single time, but I can, and I have videos showing on Instagram and stuff like that, doing the 10-finger challenge. You can do all kinds of Spidey drops into combat grips, and this knife is amazing. I have almost nothing negative to say about this knife. The negatives I have to say about this knife. I wish that I would get some nicer micarta scales in the skinny edition. They're not super great on this ramp here in the middle. It's fine, but it's not the most comfortable ergonomics. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else do I not like about this knife? Yeah, I'm not coming up with anything. I love this knife. This is one of my all-time favorite knives. If I had to make a top 3 favorite knives video, this would definitely be one of those knives that I would feature. Whether you like opening it with your thumb, whether you're a Spidey flick kind of guy, this knife's got you covered all around. It is super drop shutty. Like, just hold the compression lock and you can flip this knife open and shut perfectly every single time. If you let go a little early, you could even like stop it mid-drop if that's your thing. I don't know why you'd want to do that, but you can. There are tons of sprint runs of this knife in all kinds of different steels, in all that kinds of different colorways, all kinds of different handle materials. If you're into knives and you have not checked out a Spyderco yet, I suggest you get a pair 3 or a pair 2, depending on what size hands you have. Captain Small Size Gloves over here rocks the pair 3, and honestly, I'd like a pair 4, like a slightly smaller version of this knife, honestly. Got the pair 3 slid back here on the back. Now, I want to point out that the pair 3 does not fit in most of my pouches. And here it is, with no problem, with room to spare in the datacrew slider. Honestly, I don't even know if this is the best spot for the keybar to sit. I kind of just threw it in at the last minute when it came in the mail to fit into this week's carry, but I had plenty of room, so I said why not. Alright, moving to the pocket trash side. Let's go with the old fave first. You've heard me talk about these lots of times before. This is the jrwgear Curator Flex. This one is in gray all day. The Curator Flex is a PVC plastic malleable worry stone that emulates the full-size metal Curator worry coin that jrwgear makes. The PVC ones are way cheaper and actually available. Generally they drop every first Friday of the month on jrwgear's website, and you can actually get these if you're quick. The metal ones, you actually have to go to like a knife show and meet up with Jamie and wait in line and get one that way. Don't know if I'll ever get one because just look at the draw. These things are great little worry stones. They are tactile, they are malleable, you can use them like a stress ball, you can use them like a traditional worry coin. They make great little barriers in your pouches as well too. They're just fun little fidget anxiety tools. Got this one tucked right here in the front, in front of the maulinimob EDC. This week's Sweet Pocket Trash is brought to you by maulinimob EDC. Will makes a bunch of these fun little bottle opener, pry bar, SFK, anxiety tool, whatever you want to call these things, paperweights, fidget spinners. But this is a solid piece of titanium that has been battle finished, as he calls it, and then anodized, a sort of blue-green color. You can see the little bottle opener, pry bar here on this edge. Got that with another little undead board paracord snake knot with a little knurled copper bead from Butterfield Machine Company. These things are no joke, and I have busted up a tree really good testing this out. 100% useful tool. 10 out of 10. These things are super fun, but they're heavy. 3 different pieces of titanium stacked on top of each other right here to make the skelly vamp. Little bottle opener SFK tool for the pouch this week. skelly just kind of slides here behind everything else in the back half of the pouch. And that's what's on the inside of the slider pouch this week. Now on the back zipper here, I've got a few things this week as well. This actually came with something else. I bought bit extenders on Amazon and this came with them. And you know, I have used this thing more than I've used the actual bit extenders that I was trying to buy. So if you screw this front knurled part off here, it reveals a little magnetic bit holder. And this is just a standard 1/4 inch bit that fits any, you know, standard one, and it's magnetic, it fits in there. This thing is supposed to help you with depth and making sure that your screw doesn't go too far in or doesn't do something like that. But that's not how I've used this actually. I've actually used this as either A, an emergency handheld screwdriver, or B, I've used this to actually help adjust a pivot on a knife, where I put a T8 in this and then my actual screwdriver on the other side, use this to stop it, and then my real screwdriver the other way. Very small and compact, fits into your pouch like a dream. If you need to have an emergency little screwdriver in there, fits right in the back. The other thing that I've got in here is from Zerofeud. These are ZF snaps. These are just two little precision machined pieces of aluminum that have neodymium magnets built into them. And that's it. These are just two little kinetic worry stones. You can just let these things sort of snap together, make some cool noises, get that tactile feedback going in your hands. This is not a quiet fidget toy. This is one of the loudest ones that I've got. But boy, is it fun and satisfying. So the ZF snaps are the final little fidget toy that I've got to show yins this week. Along with that little screwdriver just sort of tucked here in the backside of this pouch. Also in the pocket this week, I've got a hank, because I always do. This is from heppyhanks. This is a hilarious pink Golden Girls hank. It's got all kinds of hilarious phrases from your favorite gals like Sophia, Rose, Blanche. B. Arthur can just get the fuck out. I don't give a shit about B. Arthur. Hanks are super important tools, especially in the fall when you get snotty. If you have allergies like me, or you're just getting a cold or whatever, it's really good to keep a hank with you. This is not a microfiber backed hank because I am sick and I'm actually using this for snot prevention. Hopefully the rest of this video I won't have snotty face. Well, that's it. My final voyage for this, the prototype Black Wolf Slider by Datacrew. This will be heading out to the winner of my giveaway very soon, like next week or something like that. So once again, if you haven't clicked on the video, one side or the other, whichever way it goes, click on this, give it a comment to win this pouch filled with all kinds of sweet goodies from me to you. Closing thoughts. I have a website at xero.style. You can find all kinds of stuff on there. I've got my own Discord server at chat.xero.style. Come hang out and talk to us. We would love to have you as long as you're not a jerk. And I also sell my own Ranger eye patches, kind of graffiti style, at shop.xero.style. So check out my wares and help support the channel by buying some patches. I appreciate you. Well, that's the Pouch Dump episode for this week. I hope you enjoyed it. I love making these videos. If you did, give me a like. It's the free social currency here on YouTube. Click my face down here if you want to subscribe. Click these boxes that are appearing around my face to watch more of my videos right now. And if no one has told you today, you are an amazingly awesome, totally cool person who deserves love, praise, attention, just like everybody else in this world. So get out there today and do something nice for a totally random stranger. Have some fun, and I'll see you in the next one. Later on.